감사합니다. 저는
I'm a director at McKinsey & Company in New York, and I'm a leader of our global media practice. On behalf of my partners around the world, I'd like to thank our hosts, and I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. It's really an honor for us. I'm going to talk about the future of television, and I'm going to focus on the U.S. since that's the market that I know best. Although a lot of the issues are similar in Europe and Asia to what we see in the U.S., there's some very important differences as well. So I wanted to emphasize that I'm really giving a U.S. view today, and circumstances may be somewhat different in other markets. Now, on any given weekday in the U.S., you can pick up a morning paper and read an obituary for broadcast television. I didn't realize that my friend Pete Smith from NBC Universal was going to show a tombstone in his presentation. If I'd known that, I would have shown something else. But I would like to point out that my tombstone is a CGI tombstone. So the death of television has been predicted many times, not only by print media, but also by business people and entrepreneurs, particularly in high tech and in internet businesses. Let me give you a couple of quotations to illustrate what I mean. That's Bill Gates at this year's World Economic Forum in Davos. He said, with TV 5 years from now, people will laugh at what we've had. In the years ahead, more and more viewers will hanker after the flexibility offered by online video and abandon conventional broadcast television with its fixed program slots and advertisements that interrupt shows. For another quote from The Economist, about 6 months ago, Daniel Franklin, an executive editor at The Economist, said, "The internet has behaved like a serial killer. First, the print media suffered, and then the music industry suffered. Perhaps television is next. That sort of grand bargain will show you the program, if you watch the advertising, is breaking down." Now, while there's little doubt that digital media is indeed changing viewing habits and advertising models, I think that reports of television's death have been greatly exaggerated. To paraphrase Mark Twain, Mark Twain said that upon hearing that his obituary had been published in the New York Journal in 1897, which was actually 13 years before his actual death. In fact, I believe that the future for networks is very bright, and even though the next 5 years are going to be extremely challenging, I'd like to take the next few minutes to walk through those challenges and give you our view on the way forward for television networks. First, let me start with the challenges. The first is ratings decline. Now, in 1987, which was the first full year of the Fox broadcast network in the U.S., the four main broadcast networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox, they reached a combined